see why my nails are the way they are, can't you? Because I've always got my hand in soil. Like I did before, to prevent the squirrels from digging those up, I'm actually going to put a little bit of mesh in there and then top it up with some more compost. So let me just see if I can find a small piece of mesh somewhere. Look at that. I've always said, wherever there's a problem, there's always a solution. And in the garden, my goodness, we don't half know how to reuse things. I found this old barbecue something. It was on one of my old barbecue, and one of my old barbecues, ready to go in the recycle actually and into the bin. So I'm just going to use this old piece of metal to cover. And it fits like a glove. So there we go. Onto that. I can hear a parakeet, can you? Okay, that's one down. Let's plant up the others. Into the second one, I'm going to put these. I'm not even sure if I'm going to pronounce them correctly. Ranunculus. Ranunculus. How are they pronounced? Ranunculus. Right? I'm not sure. But these are 16 inches tall, so relatively tall. And I'm going to put these into the second window box. What are your favourite flowers? What are your favourite bulbs? These look really different. Very unusual looking, aren't they? Sort of spiky. That's interesting. I should imagine these are the roots here. Absolutely, these are the roots. I think it might be a good idea really for me to soak them in water perhaps for a little period of time. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to soak them slightly and then come back and plant them out just to hydrate them slightly. But this is what they look like. So I'm popping them in this container first. Going to let them soak for a moment, maybe half an hour or so. They remind me of asparagus actually, their form. And I'm going to top that up with some rainwater. So whilst they're soaking, I'm just going to plant out the third one, which actually has a little bit of an undercover as well already. And I'm going to leave it because the contrast of this plant, which is sort of green with white, I think will complement the summer snowdrops. So I'll pop this down. Take out some of the old leaves, some of the twigs. And I'm going to disturb the soil a little and pop these in. They look very much like daffodil bulbs, narcissi bulbs, don't they? Very much that form. And again, they are hard, they are firm, but with a slight give. So they should have been planted out by now. I'm going to plant those in now and just hope for the best. They're way larger than your traditional snowdrops. Snowdrops are really tiny in size, the bulbs, very tiny in size. And just loosen this up a little. I have to dig the hole first, as opposed to taking the bulbs. So dig the hole first and pop the bulbs in, as opposed to sort of using this to squeeze it in. Because if you sort of just put it onto the top of the soil and squeeze it in, you're likely to damage the base plate. You're likely to damage where the growth will occur from. So you can use different tools, if you like, to dig the holes, but certainly try and create the space first and then pop the bulbs in. There we go, nearly done. That should look pretty. Even if only 50% of them grow, it will still look beautiful. Why? Because I said so. Okay, again I'm going to top that up slightly. Now because I have the under cover, if you like, the ground cover on this particular one, I may not be able to put, well, I'm going to try and put a little bit of mesh there as well. Because these squirrels, oh my gosh. And like magic, here we go, a little piece of rusty old mesh, but that's just perfect for the job. Right, let's see. Gotta be careful because it is sharp. Okay, so especially in the area where I put the bulbs, just creating. This is big enough for the leaves to be able to shoot up through here, I'm hoping. Well, yes it is. But again, I'll just top that up with some soil, some compost. Okay, I'll be back when I plant the ones I soaked out. So it's been a while since I've been soaking the pink flowers. I'm going to plant those out now. Just disturb the soil a little bit. Here they are in here. Sort of pour them out. Let's space them out. And let's see what kind of magic we get when they grow. Okay, just popping them root sides down to give them the best chance. I think this display will look beautiful. Okay, just popping them root side down. Hello birds. What a beautiful day. I can hear the birds in the distance. And I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who watch my videos. thank you for the beautiful comments. I do trust that you're well. And that's an explanation as to why my nails look as messy as they do. I normally chop them all the way down. I haven't recently, so I must get rid of those. I'm going to find, guess what, a piece of wire to go on top of that as well. And then I'm going to top that up with soil, and I think we'll be good. So in fact, there's some of the wire left over from the previous. Just add that in here. Let's make sure these squirrels do not mess up all my window boxes. Let's get a bit of metal and some more compost. I think we'll be good to go. Here's the other bit to whatever that barbecue thing was. But I've managed to find just some old bits of mesh, and trust me, with these bulbs, it's essential, it's necessary. It's necessary. Right, let's keep an eye out on these and see how they grow. Thank you so much for being with me, being in the garden. I trust you're well. I always do. I wish you and all that you love and all of yours, I wish you all well. Keep well, keep well, keep well. And though I might not pack away for today, I might just continue into another video. I do like to stop and say thank you every so often, but do a thumbs up for the work you've seen me doing today. I will for sure, I'm sure I do forget sometimes, but I will for sure come back and show you how these are getting on at some time, at some point. So I'm sort of saying bye, but I might actually continue videoing. So take care anyway, and I'll continue to. And amazing comments, all of the comments. Yes, all of the comments are just amazing. Thank you so much. Let's have a little tidy up now then, okay? One of these out so that I remember. The names of them. Leave them out there temporarily. Put this in here. Okay. Oh, look at that. Just as I'm packing away, the sun is starting to come out. See? Because of all the positive energy that I'm putting out there in the universe, all the positive energy. We ignore the negative energy. We always encourage positive. Straight into the bananas. Okay, so this is for mulching the banana area. Another update. Some more gravel. Hey, 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 what a great job. I'm going to have my raised beds in here before too long. Look at that. The wooden plinths, or the wooden, what do you call them? The wooden, what do you call them? The things on the outside. These things, what would you have called them?
Battles.
Wooden battens that created the, oh, what's the word I used before? Wooden battens that created, yeah, the raised beds. I know the word I'm thinking of, but I can't think of it. The wooden battens that created the molds. That's the word I was looking for. The molds in which the cement went into. The cement is this. The sides or the battens have been released, and now we have a concrete and another concrete on which the raised beds will be placed. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Can you imagine getting excited about this? But I really am, because this is a project that's been looming for a while. And it's looking amazing. And this is longevity. We've got some, call them rebar. Yeah, metal rebar in there as well. My foot size. Look at my tiny feet compared to his. So, a bit of rubble, some of that old. You know, when I was sifting out the compost and I was putting in there the rough compost, so some of that has gone down there, and then it's got some pebbles, and then it's got the wooden molds created a specific size, and then the concrete was mixed and made, and then they were poured into here, and then the sides were removed, and now we've got some concrete raised plinths, and the job continues. And I'll just keep updating with this project, but for now this is where we are with that. Listen, I've got some things to do in the garden, by the way, so let me just get on with my job, which is to continue taking out some of the duckweed. Okay, so that's, I think, what I might do, only for a little while today. So this is another day at the pond. I'm just going to take off a little bit of duckweed. I don't plan in this moment to be here for too long, so really it's just always bring you along. How gracious am I that I always bring you along to my projects? I'm just going to scoop out some of the duckweed. See what I can do. Okay, I'm not going to win this one because I really do need a new net. As you can see, when I'm scraping, the top of the net is not able to collect the debris. So I'm going to have to treat myself to another net sometime soon. Empty container of one of the plants. So this was, let's see, ooh, I have got some of that in there somewhere. Okay, I'm really not winning. Can you see that? It's gone. So I am not winning. That net is all but gone. I need to get a new net. I'm just trying to carry on doing my job. And this one that is longer is not fine enough. Nope, not fine enough. So I've scooped out a couple of bucket loads and just gradually, and the level is definitely going down. I'm just trying to get the level down, even if it's as low as the marginal place, so that I can get rid of some of the silt. And that really is just like years and years of fallen leaves and debris that's gone in there and broken down. And then just allow the natural rainwater to top it back up again. If not, I have got some rainwater in some barrels that I'll be able to use at any time to top up, so that in really a few weeks, maybe a month or so, a few weeks time, we'll have the toads back in again. We do see them every year. They do come back annually, and then they'll be able to make good use of the pond. So it's just to clear it out a little bit so that it's not as overgrown as it appears to have been in the last couple of years. But anyway, as you saw, I need to get myself a bigger net. In the meantime, let's check in, see what's happening here. Okay, so what has happened is the ones that are being completed up here, the wood, because it's almost like cut to a certain size, is being reused, and that is what you see here. And then these will also have the concrete poured into them, and hopefully before oops, my camera. Hopefully before too long, we will have the beds assembled, and then it'll be our growing season. So you'll have to keep tuned to see what I grow. And if you want to get an idea of what we grow, you'll have to have a look at some of our past videos and see some of the beautiful produce that we have grown. But this area is really being transformed, and it's a whole lot of mess before it gets better. But I can't wait to bring you to this area to show you what it will look like. We've got a bench balanced up there. Look, the bench is balanced up there on one of the sides of what was the greenhouse. Got another bench here, which is the one just opposite the pond. I've got the soil here. Anywho, for now, as always, thank you for watching. A lot of work is going into this. I hope you can see that. Please feel free to give us a thumbs up. The screw wasn't able to come out, and so there you go. So now we've got the got the mould ready. Got a nice straight line. It's gonna fit these. So these have been taken off the ones where they have now had concrete. He's removed them and he's placed them here on the edges so that the concrete will be poured into here. They're all level to each other, so that the beds themselves will all be level to each other. I'm going to kind of get out of the way, I think. It's a little bit of a tight space. I think I'm going to come out of the way. Oh, look, let me show you some of these plants. They're lovely. My crocuses. Remember, the place is a little messy first, but it will look its spectacular self again soon. These are the croci. I planted these in these containers. Do you remember in one of my videos last year, I think it was? And I've had to put this mesh thing over it, I'm afraid, because you know the story of the squirrels. They just don't leave the bulbs alone. But it's the colour, that golden yellow, really beautiful. They're just hiding underneath these pots for now. So this is another angle of the garden. This I'm standing on just a slight raised deck area. So just looking down the length of the garden from this angle. Can you see what it's going to look like? Yeah.